sugar sweet. You got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion. Just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat. Testify the motion. Loving this devotion. Live it up, live it up, live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly, just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today I am sharing with you finally part one of my kitchen renovations. So this is going to be a little bit of a mini series here. There might be 2 or 3 videos, I'm not sure at the moment, just seeing how it goes. Basically, about 13 years ago, I did purchase this house and it had that lovely green colour everywhere and kitchen. Because it is an ex-commission area, it's never going to be really worth a lot of money. Unfortunately, the houses here just don't rise that much in value. So if I overspend too much money, I just won't get it back in a return. Okay, so this is how it should look like after it's been done, and this is how it shouldn't look like. See, sometimes renovations just don't come out like you would have hoped. Okay, so this is currently what the kitchen looks like. Sorry you haven't had a full detailed look at it before I started ripping tiles off, but this is it. I kind of just started on it on a bit of a whim, to be honest. I've hated it since ever. And he is a fully qualified tiler, but basically he was pretty wasted that night that he did it. And yeah, some of it is just like, look at the gap on that, it's massive. And then you see like gap down there, it's so tiny. The tiling itself was done appallingly. So that is one of the problems. The other one, it is completely and totally hideous. It is a case of I didn't take sample tiles home and put it up and have a look at it. Because if you see from one light, it actually looks silver, but it's actually looks green. Like, to me in the shop, it looks silver. And then, yeah, as it got on the wall, it looked green. And
I don't wanna come on too strong.
You make me
I'm always willing to stay too long.
to do
What's
this.
on your mind tonight?
Do you like to see me sweat, do you?
I love it when we can laugh together. That kind of thing, it just makes me feel better. I'm gonna give this just one try. Or what if I told you you took my breath away?
So I'm just popping some tape down just so I know where the studs are, because we're actually gonna glue another sheet of plaster to the wall. If I didn't do this, there would be a nasty looking quad bead down the bottom there, just because there is a gap between the kitchen bench and the wall. So this is just going to help just counteract that, I suppose. And you really won't notice in the end because the kitchen cupboards are there, and then I've got the shelf going above as well. So I'm thinking about these kind of tiles that I've got in the laundry, but a different colour, just to keep some consistency throughout the house. But see how it's got that ripply effect there? Obviously a PowerPoint, it's going to sit up a bit further than what it normally would. So to stop it from looking silly, I'm just got one of these slimline ones. They're a little bit dearer than the normal ones, but because they're going to sit up that bit more, you won't notice it as much because they're slimline. You won't notice it being like sticking out too much and being too much of an eyesore. Okay, so this is a little bit of kitchen progress. Excuse a bit of a mess I've got going on here. But yeah, this is just what it's looking like and where I'm at. So I was looking at maybe some white tiles, but when I look at the white tiles against this, it makes the cabinets look super yellow. And I was thinking about painting them, but then I've still got this issue with this here, which needs to be made. And then I'd have to get it vinyl wrapped, and then again, it might not be the same color. I definitely would have to paint, and I just don't know how it's going to withstand it. So rather than going out and buying all these tiles and then having yellow cupboards and not knowing if I'm able to get something made for there, or if it's like the color's going to match after I paint everything. I was originally quoted $1,000 for a cupboard there, which I think they just didn't want the job, to be really honest, and they just well overquoted me. So rather than me painting it and going to all this effort, I'm thinking maybe I should just check out the prices of cabinetry and see if I can find something like cupboard doors, see if they actually are affordable, just to replace all the cupboard doors and go from there. Okay, so the good news is I've picked a profile and I've got a heap of samples. Yay! Bad news is they might be closing for Christmas soon, so pressure's on. I don't mind about waiting because I've waited so long for this kitchen, as you guys know, and getting everything, so I prefer it just to be right. But yeah, that means that I've got to go to Bunnings now, get some sample paints, and yes, she's photobombing me. And yeah, then I can work out what is going to go with the kitchen, what's going to clash and all that sort of thing. So yes, let's go for another little bit more of a drive and work this out. You love the trolley, don't you?
I make it my beat.
Makes me nervous with that thing.
I've been thinking lately about some things that you said to me late last night. But you know how it go when you living on the hope of your past life. And I feel like I can't take it no more. No, I can't keep up. It's just never enough.
I actually really like this pattern here, but I reckon that would date. That's why I don't think I'd do it. And of course I love the herringbone, but it's a bit complicated for Mummy to do, Tally Wales. Yeah? Yeah. Her name's Billy. She's nesting. How cool is that they kept her in there? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Now can you see her? Have a look through Mummy's camera. It's not moving much, is she? She's got 3 baby eggs in there apparently.
It's not moving at all. It looks like a statue.
It's not a statue though.
This is the samples that I got for the cabinets, and what I've done is I've just put it on the floor because this is the first indication sort of, and I want to look for something that pops. Like this one does, I think, but it's a bit dark I think as well, and I don't want 50 shades of grey. This one here is actually a matte finish, and matte finishes are actually pretty hard to clean, so I don't want to go for the matte finish. I didn't go for a gloss because gloss shows up every single fingerprint. So this is the satin in the white. So I really like that one, and I actually like this one, which is, it is actually a white, but it's actually a white grey. So I'm thinking either one of these two. The next process was just popping it up against a tile and seeing what it looks like against a tile. And then I need to actually paint the sample paints on the wall just here so I can have a really good look. What I might end up doing is sticking them on the cabinet like so, and then I can sort of have a look what it looks like, and yeah, just live with it for a little bit to see what I really like. I think one of the worst things you can do is rush into these things, and that is literally what I did with this kitchen to begin with. I'm not disappointed with the actual purchase of the actual kitchen, even though I'm not keeping the cupboards or anything like that, but as far as the splashback and that goes, I completely rushed it because I got some quotes that I wasn't happy with the mirrored splash that I originally wanted, and yeah, it sort of just went pear-shaped from there. So definitely just going to stick with something that is really classic, really neutral, that is going to look great, stand the test of time, and yeah, that I'm going to be happy with and the next buyer will be happy with as well. Okay, so now I'm just popping in all the sample paints just around a variety of different places throughout the kitchen, just so I can see what the color looks like under all the different lights and just against the different colors that are actually, you know, in the kitchen. So as I said, this is a few part series here. I still have downlights to go in. I still have to paint the whole thing. I've got some shelving going in and obviously some new cabinetry possibly. So definitely stay tuned if you want to see everything else that we're going to go and get up to, and the end result if you want to see it. And I will catch up with you guys in another video, and I will see you then. Bye.